This podcast is brought to you by Together Against Discrimination, raising awareness among young people in Luxembourg through multilingual digital stories, a project within the framework of the National Action Plan for Integration. This podcast presents a series of interviews with the audience who watched the stop-motion animation short movies created by the participants of our stop-motion animation workshops. Let's hear what they say.
All the movies, they have this kind of funny, but I liked how they also made me reflect on some things. The one with the bus, I don't know if it was the intention, but I guess that's the nice thing about stop motion, because sometimes people, they are doing and they have something in mind, but then when we were watching, it's different. We can have our own interpretation of what is happening. And the other one that made me very reflexive was the one with the two books. That it was a book from a Brazilian philosopher called Jamila Ribeiro, and I was like, wow, Yes, so you can see some kind of activism in the movies, but then you also have some movies made with children, and then you can see the ludic part and how they have some creativity and how they have their own way of thinking, and it's really, really nice, really nice.
It's great to be able to see it in a big screen. It gives it a bigger sense of importance. It feels more important than just the fun that we had making the films during the workshop. It was great to see how creative everybody is, given the few tools that we had at our disposal and the short time that we have to make the films. And it's also great to see the final product of what we saw everybody else moving their stuff around and trying to make their movies. Being able to finally see them in action, it's a great feeling. Seeing it in the context of this event makes it different. Maybe you can try to make out the sense of what you saw. If you're in the workshop and you hear participants talking about what they're doing, you get a sense of the story behind the meaning that they try to express. But the good thing is that everything is art, so the meaning that they wanted to express also has other possible meanings behind, which is nice to be able to see and to talk to other people and see what did you think about this, what did you think about that, and get all the different points of view.
Super interesting to see it on the big screen because we make them on these little iPads. It was also interesting for my own film because I know the context and the story behind it, and I know every little color and object that my partner and I put into it had so much meaning. So I see it on the screen and I know what it is, and I think other people might enjoy it visually, but they don't quite understand everything that's there. So then I reflected on that is what it is for all of the videos. I got a certain message from it, but then the artist's message I know is even more profond que ça, even deeper than that. And having kids involved and all these different ages, I think it's such a great way to come into being an artist and sharing it with everyone. So it was really sweet. I think there's something about bringing a lot of different people from different places into a room with lots of different colors, and all the films kind of seem to be about this beautiful message of diversity and inclusion. So that was a common theme that I saw throughout each of them.
I felt that some of them had more of a message behind them than some others. Some were kind of just simple and fun, and then some were more you knew that the person who did it was trying to tell you something. But it was good to have the mix because it kind of went between lighthearted and then got you thinking, and then a little refresher again, and then yeah.
I think most of them were really impressive actually, for knowing that who actually did that was just a beginner. And also the messages that some of the movies pass through to make understand the movie better were really actually describing what was about. And Yeah, it was really nice. I really enjoyed. Right after, I was thinking like, wow, what would I have done? And it was nice. As any other artistic media you can use, I think it's totally 100% worth it of doing it. Yeah.
I think it's very funny to see how it was created out of like normal pieces, so you can see it looks very creative taking such a little irrelevant pieces and made a movie out of it. I think another beautiful thing about short movies that who watch it may not have the same perception of the person that made it, so has a different experience for everybody who made it, and all the people that watch it may have a different experience by the same movie, because since it is out of creativity, it takes also the creativity of the audience to see it.
I really like to see the movie in bigger detail on the screen, where you can see it and see it as a little movie. It was very fun. And then also to see what other people created, that was also super exciting, because I could see how different ideas people have and to listen to what they have to say. It's very good for this purpose. You know why? Because whatever you say, you just can say it in a little bit of a funny, childish way. And I think this way you can be less judgmental and pass your message in an effective way.
I think that it was like a very nice experience. I really appreciate the different little videos, and it was like very nice to have like 16 videos with different kind of topics and emotion. And it was like nice to have the vision of creativity of other people and feeling that, in fact. And after with the exchange that I have, I understood that it was like a very human sharing moment. With a lot of personal stories, a lot of different exchange in different steps. So I think it's a very nice workshop, and it was very nice in fact to feel also the sensitivity or the emotion of other people, and yeah, I really appreciate it, in fact. For me it was like a very nice item, because it's like very short and you don't have to be like I don't know, deep or something like that, to be like very extravagant about the topic or something like that, and you go just right on the target, and that's nice, in fact. That's really I really appreciate.
It was really interesting. I didn't know exactly when I entered the room what I was about to watch, and I got to understand little by little how the process was, what I was watching, and I found it more and more interesting, especially because I got this impression that everything was done on the spot, very fast, very without too much thinking, just a burst of creativity, and some amazing stuff came out, just some plots you see with improbable objects, and I thought it was really, really funny and really, really refreshing in a way, because you could really see the raw creativity of kids, and I really enjoyed it. It works really well, actually, I think, because I got delivered several messages without, I suppose, any incredible technical skill or need, and it also has the power to use familiar things, you know, to deliver messages. I think it's a really interesting need, indeed. I actually always thought that it requires a lot of work, like a lot of shots and a lot of, but maybe not. Considering that now I got this feeling that it was done really on the spot, really fast. So yeah, I would definitely try it, yes.
I didn't attend the workshop itself, so I didn't know how the making of, but I can get the idea of most of the movies. Like there were many of them have clear message about peace, about friendship, about inclusion, about many values. And some of them have like some even funny moments that can attract the attention of the people, like with the movement something change or give impression like materials is like humans or people, but in reality they are something else, that toys or buttons or whatever. But no, it's very interesting and very well done. It is very good because it is easy to be done. You don't need to be professional movie maker to do it. I never did, but I think like you make a picture and then you make it all in one after another. So it is just how you fix it. You have to be taking care of what you put, but it is easy. Even I saw several movies that was done by children, and it was like very nice movies. Even you don't need to be mature enough to have a value or a message, but even you can. The tool is easy to understand and easy to do and easy to produce something artistic and that give a message.
You can read the message and sometimes you cannot. It's like you see that the person who created the things was like kind of want to play. Yes, but you see those things, but yes, you just enjoy it. And example, the bus with a kind of diversity of people, you can see the message and it's kind of, yes, direct. You understand it directly. And it was very kind of, yes, I love it. Yes, it was super nice. It's a good way to even convey any messages because people sometimes in kind of this kind of cartoon or I don't know anime, it's like they're open to listen, to understand, and it was a perfect way to convey any message. Yes.
War ganz schön, weil das am Anfang mega schön zu sehen, dass ich mit ganz wenig Sachen ganz viel kann ausdrücken und da sind oft nicht das Grace oder das Teuer zu brauchen, für etwas zu kreieren, wohin sich kann exprimieren. Und ich fand es schön fand, weil auch zum Beispiel, wenn ich mein Video gucke, wenn man den Kant von 9 Jahren und aber war ein schönes Resultat, weil wir zusammen geschafft haben und auch das kreiert was Zusammenarbeit, dann ja, das war schön. Am Anfang habe ich es schön gefunden, weil ich schon mal gedacht, okay, hat es eine Idee, auch für zu valorisieren. So, ja, schön, die Idee, auch wenn ich nicht weiß, von wo es kommt, die Idee, mir das ist ja am Anfang egal, mir das jetzt könnt, ja, Schiff, Tresor, und das ist dann einfach so, okay, wie willst du das, wie stellst du das vor, und das war schön am Anfang. Das, was sich vorgestellt wird, dass ich das noch kreieren und dann da noch etwas rauskommen. Ich fand das am Anfang mega gut, weil heinst du wo die kein wir dafür verschiedene Sachen zu beschreiben und heinst du mit Bilder oder mit Objekten kriegst vielleicht heinst du auch Gefühle erklärt heinst du die Gefühle so Sachen aus was Trauer aus Roserei wie heinst du vielleicht nicht wie das soll ausdrücken oder und das vielleicht man nervt so hey ich fühle mich so und so und da kann ich das vielleicht heinst du auf Form von Bilder oder Video besser erklären, wie man den das muss auf jeden erklären. Ich habe doch schon gedacht, weil ich am Bereich arbeite, mit Leuten, die Aufhängigkeit tun und das auch interessant fand. Und ich mag vielleicht, wie sie das auch, wenn irgendwie Sujet aus, dass die das da können auch so kreieren von ganz flott, weil das an allen Alterskategorien kann benutzt gehen.
I found all of them quite interesting, and when I watch them I sometimes try to understand what the meaning is there, but then I just say that it's just for fun. Sometimes you just need to enjoy the process. It doesn't mean that it has to mean something. Yeah, it was so all of them were so creative, and when I think about that some of them were done by kids it's just so amazing. They're the way that they think and they connect materials that that was available for them back then, and it's so cool. I really enjoyed all the movies, and some of them are quite funny, some of them are quite meaningful as well. And I think all of them enjoyed the process when they were filming them. I think it's a great tool to convey even a very hard topic to convey with words. And we had a course with Gabi last semester, and there were some interesting topics. For example, psychological violence. It was told so well by stop motion videos by my friends from classroom that maybe it would have been harder to say that with words. It was so good. And normally I'm a teacher as well. When I was watching those, and I was thinking I can use this in my classes with my kids, with my children. It's just the process is great, and what they learn there, it's much, I think, effective than what they would learn with my saying, because they are experiencing and they're coming up with the ideas, and it's like it will stay in their minds for a long time, I think. Once I tried it, I really liked it, and that's why I came to the other workshop with you as well, and I'm sure I will just continue doing it for fun or for my courses, and it's just so good.